Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Marcus, the Low Vision Snap Player, and welcome to a brand new video, and also welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a little something that I'd like to call the Beginner's Guide to Marvel Snap, where I'm basically going to be showing you guys, teaching you guys how to play the game, show you around the app and all the different features that it has, and then at the end, I will be playing an actual match for you guys. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, y'all. So before I start explaining everything, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you'll know when I upload. And yeah, now I'm not gonna actually jump into a match just yet because I want to take the time to kind of explain everything. That's why I took a little photo of the game board so I can explain everything at my own pace, because matches do take 3 minutes, which is pretty quick. So let's jump into it. So on the left and right side, the top left and right side, you'll see the two players. So for you'll be on the blue side. So your name will be highlighted in blue, and your opponent will be in red. I'll explain what that is in the middle in a little bit. But on the bottom, or towards the middle here, you have all of your locations, which they all have their own unique abilities, which you're going to want to pay attention to. It is crucial to look at these because, they can either help you or they can also hurt you, or sometimes they'll even, change the game entirely. It just kind of depends. Like, for example, there might be a location that will add an extra turn or end the game early. Like I said, it all depends. And then on the bottom here, towards the bottom, you have your hand. You can have a total of 7 cards in your hand. So when you start the game, you get like 3, and then you'll draw a 4th one. So you'll probably have a total of 4 cards in your hand right there. On the bottom left here, this retreat button, I'm sure you're probably wondering, why would you want to retreat? Well, there's a bunch of different reasons for that. One of them could be maybe your hand isn't the greatest. For example, so let's say you have this strategy that you've planned out. You have the cards for it, but when it comes to drawing them, or when you start a match, the ones that you get don't necessarily fit into your strategy. So you can potentially retreat, and your rank won't be affected when you do. So that's kind of why you would want to retreat the game. In the middle here, this blue sphere, that's your energy. And you'll notice on a lot of these cards, in fact, when we get to the game itself, we'll actually take a closer look at these. But you'll notice that all of them have this blue sphere, and that's your energy. Now, each turn, there's a total of 6 turns in the game, sometimes 7. But for the most part, it's 6. You'll start on turn 1 with just 1 energy. And then on turn 2, you'll get 2 energy. Turn 3, you'll get 3 energy. And then so on and so forth. And then right here, you have your end turn button. And if you're wondering which turn you're on, you can see it right below end turn. So you could see 1 of 6 right there. So that's pretty much the entire game board. Oh yeah, now, as for this thing in the middle, this is called the Cosmic Cube, or the Snap Cube, whatever you want to call it. And this kind of determines, like, when you tap on this, it will kind of it'll kind of raise the stakes a little bit. So basically, when you win a game, when you win games, you earn these things. You earn these cubes that will go towards your ranking. So you can tap on this and snap, and it will raise the stakes on how many cubes that you win or lose. So you can snap like when you're confident about your strategy. You can snap like if you're trying to trick your opponent in some way. You can kind of use this to your advantage. However, you do have to be careful though, because you can also lose a lot of cubes. So for instance, if you snap and for example, if you snap and it went up to 4 cubes, if you lose the game, you're gonna lose 4 cubes. So your season ranking will go down. But that's kind of how that works. And yeah, now you can see right here you have the location ability on reveal effect. The next video I'll talk about that. I'll talk about abilities, but mainly it's just like the basics. Now the goal of this is you want to win 2 of 3. So it could be the left and middle and right, left and right. It kind of depends. Now, you'll know you're winning a location if, let me see, perfect. You'll know you're winning a location when you see a gold bar on your side. It looks something like this. So you can see I'm winning the middle and right locations right there. It has like this glowing gold bar type of deal. And I'm winning all of these. So basically to win a location, you have to have more power than your opponents. So in this case, I have 10 power here, but my opponent only has 1. However, my opponent wins the left location because they have 9 power and I only have 6. And that is mainly because of this location here. It takes away power. So that's what I was saying, where, locations can either help or hurt you. So yeah, and then also you could see the amount of cards there. And that's also the cubes. So because I won that match, I won 4 cubes and my opponent lost them. So, oh yeah, also something I did forget to mention is that you can only have 4 cards per location. So you can see that my first location is full and my second and third all have 2 more spaces left. So you kind of have to think about how you can take advantage of each location. And like, you really don't want to just be slapping cards in spots. Like, you really want to think about how can you take advantage of the location. I know I just said that. And also like how to kind of avoid, how to kind of change things around or whatever. Like, this game, it has a lot of like twists and turns, and that's why you got to be thinking on your feet for this one. So now that I've showed you guys all of this, let's get into the game itself, which I have right here, and we'll take a look at the interface and all the menus. So right here you have kind of like the main menu. You can see all the different game modes, different offers. You have this thing for character mastery, and then it shows you the name of the season. It's called Prehistoric Avengers. Right there, like right towards like the bottom, you have that play button, so that's where you'll be able to start a game. Right next to the play button, you'll have your season rankings. So when you reach rank 5, you'll get this Snap Cube card back. And then once you get like to higher rankings, you'll get an additional 200 credits, which is the main currency. You can see how much you have on the very top left. On the very left corner, you have your settings icon where you could adjust the volume. You could adjust like the graphics quality, haptics and all that. And then also you can adjust your player name as well. Something that's nice about this is when it comes to the accounts, you only really need your Apple ID or your Google account. So if you have either one of those, you can sign into there. You can play this on iOS, Android, and also on PC as well. So those are the different devices you can play on. Right here in the middle, you have your player icon, and you can change this if you want. So right there, you can change it from there. On the right side, next to your icon, you have your gold, which is the secondary currency, and you can use that for like variants or to buy more credits, whatever. Right next to that, on the very right, you have news. You can see everything that's happening. Like there's the trailer for this season, the developer update, and then you also have the different socials that you can follow them on, which I would highly recommend. You can right here your inbox. Sometimes you'll get rewards. You have like different trailers, different community stuff. Pretty cool. Right below this, right below the profile section, you have what's called your collection level, and this is how you're mainly going to be getting cards in the game. So as you can see, I've been playing this game for quite a bit. I mean, look at all this. Like I've been playing this game. I started this game back in May of 2023, and I haven't spent a single penny on this up until now. I did buy the new season pass for Prehistoric Avengers, but yeah, as you can see, you can get a whole bunch of cool stuff, and they have these spotlight cards that you can also unlock using these things called spotlight keys, which look like this. So when you get one of these, you can use them to unlock one of these different spotlight cards. Now, as to how you progress, I will show you guys that after we look at the other parts. So going to, oh yeah, right here, I forgot one more thing. This section here will take you to like all your missions. You have different daily missions, and you also have ones that can go towards like the season. And when you do, you'll get some XP points, which will go towards your season pass, which is right here. And the season pass will always have a new exclusive card. In this case, it's Agamotto. Pretty solid card here. So yes, I did end up purchasing it for $10, which is pretty typical. But as I said before, like you can pretty much play this game without spending money, and you should be able to get access to all the new cards and all the fun ones. So yeah, that's your season pass section. Now back to the bottom, on the right side you have other game modes. So on the very top we have a brand new game mode that's going to be here for a limited time, and it's called Sanctum Showdown. Now this game mode is a bit interesting because you're not necessarily trying to win locations, but you're trying to score points. So your goal is to win a total of 16 points. And so if you do win, you'll get a free play. However, if you lose, you'll end up spending one of your scrolls, and that's how you'll be able to play this. So here's a little description of that. You can take screenshots of this if you want. So it kind of talks to you, so you can see all that. I did actually make a video for this as well. But once again, if you want, you can take screenshots for this, and then it just tells you that you can't use, there are certain cards that you can't use. Right below the Sanctum Showdown, you have this thing called Conquest. The game mode is a little bit different. So instead of having, so it's kind of like a tournament style system. So here's the instructions to that. So once again, you can screenshot this too. We'll get out of that for now. And on the bottom, friendly battle, this allows you to play with a friend who also has this game. So you can either create a battle or join. And the nice thing is, all you really need is it's just a 5-digit code. So if you're the one joining the battle, you'll put the 5-digit code here. But if you're hosting a battle, then your opponent would do the same thing on that side. And so depending on which one it is you're doing. So if I click on create, it'll show you a code, and like I said, it's only like a five numbers. And then if I click join, I would just put the code in there, and then you could see the rules to how that works. And then right next to that, you have a feature called alliances, and this is cool because this lets you kind of chat with other players. And what's also kind of neat is that you can share. So check this out. You can share decks with other players, and they can copy them from here. So for example, let's say your friend needs help putting together like a good starting deck. You can copy that deck to send that basic deck there, and they can copy it and paste it into their deck building section. So that's what's kind of nice about this. Right next to the home or main menu, you have your collection of cards, and this is where all the magic happens, because you can do put together all kinds of decks. So at the top, this is where your deck slots are. Now, even though it shows you only have like a certain amount of deck slots, there's no limit to the different types of strategies you can put together. But you can see all your cards. So you have the Punisher here. So on the top left, you have your energy, so that's that blue sphere, and then the right side, that's your power. And in terms of abilities, it says ongoing +1 power for each enemy card here. So basically what that means is, what ongoing means is when the card is revealed, its ability will continue to be in effect unless another card gets rid of it, or unless something else kind of gets rid of the effect as well. So there's that. Right here, you can, on this side, you have your different variants that you can collect. Now, something that's cool, a really cool feature that this section has is you can click this thing that says make me a deck. So if you get a new card and you're unsure how to incorporate it into a deck of your own, you can click on this and it will create a deck for you. Now, I would say only use this if you're not sure how to build a deck. Don't just use it to just create decks like crazy. Try to come up with strategies on your own. You also have different filters to help you out. So you can tap on this, so you can see all the newest cards that I collected. You can filter it by name. You can filter it by energy, power, newest, by quality, or if you want to know, if you want to see what cards you need to upgrade, you can click on upgradable. And then right here, you can search up different cards. You can also search up the different abilities you're looking for. You can also just filter out, if you don't want it to show variants, you just click on this and you won't see anything with variants. And then also, you have on own, so you can see the cards that you're missing and stuff. So yeah, pretty neat there. On this side, you have a bunch of albums, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this feature as much because all it is just a bunch of variants, and let's be honest, you're probably not gonna get a lot of these variants unless you spend some gold or whatever. But that is there. Now, when it comes to the updating or upgrading side of things, this is how it works. So, when you finish a game, you'll get boosters for one of the cards that were in your deck. So, for instance, if I wanted to upgrade Angel here, I can use 25 credits and it'll do something called the frame break. And you'll actually learn this in the tutorial, and you can see because I upgraded Angel, I now get 1 collection point. Now, unfortunately, because of how high I am into the collection level, I don't quite have enough to get any credits, but right here it tells you the rarity. It kind of tells you how many points you'll get depending on the card's rarity. So for uncommon, you only get 1 point. If you upgrade to rare, you'll get 2. Epic gives you 4. Legendary gives you 6. Ultra gives you 8. And then there's Infinity, which gets you 10. And then it tells you about the Spotlight catches as well. So that's how you would upgrade a card. And so the more you upgrade, the more cards you upgrade, and the better their rarity, the more rewards you'll get. So that's a pretty nice touch there. And it's definitely something that you will be using quite often. Now, as for the card mastery thing, this is for like any variants that you get. So I'm gonna get my Infinity Split here. Okay, here we go. So we'll claim that, and you can see since I upgraded Death, I now get some points that will go to the card mastery. However, I earned a few things. So you can see it right there. Now, right next to it, you have your shop, and it has a lot of bundles and stuff. You have this like collector thing, which this is where you'll just get variants. Here you have this thing called Vibranium Rewards, which you do get some free stuff, but then there are ones that you have to pay for. Right here, called Daily Offer. Again, it's mostly just variants. Same here. This is called the Token Shop, and this is how you'll get like new cards, like Series 4 and 5 cards. And then right here, you can get just Series 3s. Now this section here, choose your card. At the start of a season, you can claim 1 Series 3 card. So cards like Venom, you can have a chance to unlock him. Right below that, you can kind of fast upgrade your cards if you want. So if you just want to upgrade a card right away, you can come here and spend your credits and give them a little boost. And then here, this is where you can claim a free 50 credits as well as use the gold to buy more. And then also you just have gold. And then this right here is like your pro bundles and stuff. So that is basically everything. That's all the stuff that I showed you guys. So now that I've done that, let's jump into a match. Now, as for the deck selection, I will be using the basics. So it looks something like this. So you got your Hawkeye, your Quicksilver, and these are all the cards that you're going to be getting after you complete the tutorial. And believe me, you'll be getting many, many more. But right here, this is where you can choose the decks that you're using. Now, let's begin the match. So we're waiting for an opponent. Okay, there we go. So that's our opponent. Now, as you can see, Quicksilver just jumps into my hand because his ability says starts in your opening hand. Now, I do have either Quicksilver or Hawkeye available, and the first location says the highest power cards here have their power doubled. Now, do I want to play that early? I don't know. But I do want to play... Let's do Quicksilver in the middle. Even though it's not necessarily revealed, we're going to play him mid, which is going to tie us there. Now, the second location, it says whoever, hold on, I'm going to need my magnifier for this, because they did shrink. Whoever has more cards here gets plus 100 power, which is pretty huge. So now I get to play either Star-Lord or Sentinel. Now here's the thing. With Star-Lord, his ability says on review, if your opponent played a card here this turn, plus 4 power. So now I kind of have to predict. Oh, did you guys see that? My opponent snapped. So it's going to double how many stuff. Oh, I better hurry. So I'm going to play my card here left, and I got to hurry. I got to hope that my opponent plays left, and he does not play there. Now he just put snap. He's probably expecting me to snap next and double the stakes, but I probably won't. Now, as for this one, maybe we want to go... Because he has something in the middle, we could play Punisher here to kind of lock in. Ah, okay. So they're going to play left and right using Human Torch and Ghost Spider. So you can see the card just moved, and that's one of the many different secondary abilities that cards can have. In fact, that's the next video that I'm gonna do. Talk about card abilities. So it's turn 4 now, and I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play... Hold on. Ooh, but we do not want to play the right side, so... This is a case where we kind of have to be careful. I almost lost one of my cards. So what I'll do is I will go Hawkeye, and then we'll play Shocker. Now, in some cases, if you have the right cards, this location can actually be kind of a helper. However, in other cases, not so much. So they're playing Spider-Man. And they're going to move my Quicksilver over there, which I guess is good because I still get... Oof. But my card did lose some power there. And unfortunately, they do have the left location kind of locked in. But here's the deal. Do I want to play Iron Man in the middle or left? I think it might be better to play left because it says if you play a card at this location next turn plus 3 power, they'll have 4. I'm going to play my Iron Man left to try to lock that in. My opponent's going to play middle, which is not that good, but because we played... Oh, they played Magneto there. Dang. They played Polaris, and they also played Shocker. I don't know, guys. This isn't looking good. We better hope we can at least play... Oh, look. So now we're going to play that and try to double. We tied. We didn't even... Ooh. I do not have Hulk in play. So I guess we really only have options to fight for either... Oh, no. I can really only fight for the left or middle. So I'm going to fight for the left, and that's it. I can't play any more cards. So now we just got to hope that we have more power than our opponents. Oh, they retreated. So my opponent just retreated. So that means I win. And I won the 2 cubes, which boosts my ranking. So there you have it, guys. That is a look at how to play Marvel Snap. As I mentioned before, I will make another video talking about card abilities and whatnot. And also check this out. I got a few... I ended up completing one of my missions, so that means I got some extra points for my season pass, as well as some credits, which can be pretty helpful. But there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and sub, turn on those notifications, and also definitely check out the game. In fact, on my channel description, you can find the link to the game itself in the description. My channel description, that is. So you can click right there, and it will take you right to the Marvel Snap homepage, so you can read more about the game and also download it on your respective store if you'd like. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.